Welcome back to the channel. So this basically sums up modern dating in a nutshell. This isn't all women because there are some men as well that are like this, but it's majority of women. Even women, bro, that are stuck in limbo, that literally cannot pick and choose a man to stay with one man. Even these women have options and like decent options. But nothing is ever good enough, and the exact man they want is the man that don't want them. Every single one of us, especially women, wants something that we cannot have. The difference is I believe there's a lot of men that deserve to have the women they want. Not all men, but there are some men that literally deserve some of the women that they would take seriously. And even these women cannot just stick with that one guy. Even though he's good enough, even though he meets her requirements. These women are probably younger and prettier, and they just cannot pick one of these guys, even though that he is her type. You look at this the other way around. For example, I could have a bunch of options, and like a lot of these girls are very pretty. The first one out of any of these options that comply, that understand what needs to happen to get something real going, as long as they meet my requirements in the looks department and they know how to act, she's going to get chosen first. And once we start to build something up, all these other girls are not going to exist. Women are not like this. They can say they are. Oh yeah, I am. No, that's not true. Bullshit. Yes, it is true. There's so many women that have guys that are better than them for F sakes. And they still cannot choose one of these guys. They cannot do it. And especially if this guy is showing her interest, that yeah, he would take her seriously. She just kind of not, she just doesn't want it no more. Women always want to be in a position where they're like, they're trying to chase that top guy that's just not really paying them no attention. So you pretty much have to become that guy, bro. Because the women of today are stuck in limbo. So hesitant. It's like they just can't pick anything. They can't choose one man. And they wait till the absolute dying seconds to start being serious now. To start holding themselves to a higher standard and a higher degree. They want to start to try and put in a little bit more effort now. Bro, I'm telling you. A lot of these younger, pretty girls, they know the guys they can have in a drop of a hat. In the drop of a hat. This guy could even be a really good option. But if he showcases behavior where, yeah, he would talk to this girl, he would take her seriously. Now she won't take him seriously just because he showed initial interest. Now she don't really want it no more. You, bro, I swear to God, you have to have these women coming towards you, man. Like you have to not want them. You have to literally put yourself in a position as a man where you have zero thirst for intimacy, zero thirst for wanting a girlfriend. You can't have any amount of thirst towards these women. I promise you, bro, they're always going to be there. They don't want the guys that are showing them interest. They don't want it. They want that guy that don't really care. They want that guy that's not eager to set something up. That is who they want. And they want it badly. I'm telling you guys, man. You have to not want women. And you might say, well, bro, how do I ever get one if I never want one? That's the key. You have to be stone cold, my boy. Stone cold. Let these women figure it out. Sometimes they think they don't want the nonchalant guy. They don't want the guy that doesn't really care. They don't really want him. I like the guy who cares. I like the guy who shows all this stuff. And then you show all this stuff and it's like, they want the nonchalant guy. They want the guy who's not even paying them no attention because it's something for them to chase. It's a prize. This guy that's showing her all this stuff, she might have fun for a very short time. This guy might even be able to hit it. This guy might even be able to make her a girlfriend very short term. She's going to lose attraction. She's going to lose interest. And it's going to just fizzle out to nothing. This guy's going to get left. He's going to be wondering what the hell happened. Everything was perfect. It wasn't perfect. You just thought it was. In your logical brain, everything was perfect, but her emotions were saying otherwise. She's done now. She wants the bigger, better thing. You always got to be the non-caring dude, bro. Always. Like, if you even look at like marriages, bro, the men in the marriages aren't right caring and simpy and all this stuff. They're just a man in the house, bro. Like they got a wife. They're the man in the house. She accepts that. And she's with this guy because he's the man in the house. He's not really all over her, all lovey-dovey and stuff like this. It's just not like that. You can never go by what a woman says with her words. It doesn't line up. It never does. We as men have had to make so many effing mistakes to get this right. So many. If you fall into her little love fantasy of a world, you are wrecked. You're literally wrecked. You guys are exchanging mutual love and stuff. You guys have this all on timing. At the same time every night, you guys are saying, I love you back, and all this stuff. And you go to bed and it's like, man, I really got this girl. And like, we're so good for each other, and there's so much love here, and we just connected all the time, bro. It's fun while it lasts. That's all I'm going to say. It's fun while it lasts. Because it never does. Everything comes down to male and female nature. Male nature is, we just really don't give that much of an F. And if you're a really caring guy and all this stuff, you're not really in that much of your nature. And I shouldn't say that this is 100% this way, because everybody is a little bit different. But for the most part, men care less, women care more, and it has to be this way. That's why everything is so messed up today, because women are trying to act nonchalant now. Women are trying to act like they don't give a damn. Women are trying to act like they're the ones that are just whatever, like distant and all this shit. They're acting more nonchalant. Wanting more men who are not that way, who are more caring and shit. They're trying to turn men into the caring simps. They're trying to be like the controlling person who doesn't care and has a man head over heels because this makes them more in control. Women don't want to submit today. Women don't want to submit. They don't want to be girly anymore. They want to be nonchalant. They want to be whatever. They want to be that way. And they want men to be more simpy, more caring, all this stuff. Get her flowers all the time. Do this, do that. Kiss her toes, kiss her feet. It is not in a man's nature to be this way. I'm telling you now. Men are masculine for real. Women are supposed to be feminine for real. That is how we get together and we stay together. Women are becoming overly masculinized to the point where masculine dudes are looking at this and it's like, what in the absolute is going on? We have no idea. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. And bro, there's so many women, even in relationships and in marriages, that are this way today. And they have the men at a weaker position, and they actually like that. They like it, but they don't like it at the same time. It is weird, but women will do anything to just be in control and to be controlling, to feel like they're in control. For some reason, they don't want to submit today. Feminism, social media, they don't want to submit. They want to be in a higher leverage position over all men. And as a man, speaking for myself, I cannot be with a woman like this. There was a reason I was in a relationship last year that I was in. I had a cute young girl, and for a long time, she was acting exactly the way that I like. And as soon as that stopped, we were done. We were done. And I gave her every chance to correct this. Could not do it. And it was affecting me, and it definitely brought me down, and, that's the end. That is the end. But for a while, bro, she was ideal. The exact person that I always wanted. Like, we looked fantastic together. We looked really good together, bro. Everybody thought we were a power couple. Everybody thought, like, man, these two are, like, amazing together. I've heard it from a bunch of people, man. People who've seen us in real life, people over social media, everything. Friends, everything. But things happen. And the reason I'm single right now is because there's not enough women to go around who are what I need them to be for me. I might be what a lot of these broads need, which is why a lot of these broads want me. Not to brag, but I know what's going on right now. I don't want a lot of y'all. Y'all want a lot of y'all want me, or anybody else who is similar to myself or whatever. Because we are who we need to be. That's going to be attractive. But something's messed up with them. Something's messed up, bro. And they're not in their true nature. That is what is going on. They are not in their true nature. They got brainwashed. I imagine if we got brainwashed and we're just not who we're supposed to be, I don't think we'd look too pretty either. I don't think we'd be on point either. We wouldn't be. Like, I don't know how things have gotten this bad, but it has, and it's literally ruining relationships, marriage, family dynamics all across the globe, in every country, in every single place in the world, And it's worse in some places. In Canada, United States, it's probably at about its worst in the West. But this stuff exists, bro, in Europe, everywhere. Less in those places, but it still exists. It exists everywhere. And with social media and all the brainwashing, that is why. Because these girls see this stuff online. And you can be anywhere in the world today and you can see this stuff online, and they just follow with what they see. They start to see how women are acting on social media. They start to follow this, and they start to want to be like them, and they think it's the answer, and it's just not. So obviously, yeah, things are very messed up today, and a lot of women are just in this position nowadays where they're just kind of stuck. It's like, bro, there are men walking by these women daily that are lots good enough for them. Plenty good enough. In fact, a lot of these guys are far better than them. And they'd be lucky to have a guy like that. And you know how they act? Like, these guys don't even matter, really. Like, they just act like, oh, whatever. Like, these guys ain't special, or they don't want to give us that no more. Women don't want to give us that kind of power anymore. They want to emasculate us. They want to take from us our natural power. It's messed up. They don't want to give us any respect. They don't want to give us any credit. They want to act above us. And it's actually really weird, man. Like, it's bizarre. Like, I'm a realist. And when I see stuff like this, it just seems so fake. Nothing about it feels authentic. It's like, girl, like, why are you acting like this? You look simple. Like, what the, like, it doesn't even make sense. You're not that. The way you're acting, you're not even that. Let's bring you back to reality, but bro, we can't even stand up for ourselves today. We can't even talk to these women in this way. We can't even put them in their place. That is the issue. It's like we have to just shut up. We have to just let these women act however they do. We have to accept it. We have to be belittled by them. And we can't stick it to them. It's like, that is why we have what we have. It used to not be this way. Men used to put women in their place. Men used to dominate. And if every man was like me today or better, it would still be this way. Women would be complying. It's all the men, bro, that are just falling into what these women are doing, bro. If we were all peak strength, masculinity, these women wouldn't stand a chance. They would all comply. And this is what would happen. 100%. They're not going to completely just get away from us, bro. They need us. And if every man they conversated with acted accordingly, they would be forced to comply because they are the weaker sex. Men are allowing women to have the amount of strength they do, and the amount of strength women have today, it is pure delusion. It is pure delusion. It's all in their head. The amount of independence, not independent, the amount of strength that they think they have and the leverage they think they have and the power they have, it's all delusion. They don't really have that. Because if men really were at their best and stuck it to them, they have nothing. Just like it used to be. They used to comply. Women stood up to this. Women basically, no, let's make men weaker and let's get us stronger. This is a problem with the world. This is literally the problem with the world. And it's facts. It's not even my opinion, bro. It's facts. This is what's wrong with the world. It's almost like if you were a parent and you just let your kids dominate you. You just let your children just take the keys off the counter and go drive a car when they don't even have their license. You just let them do whatever they want. Even though it's wrong, you just let them do it. You just let them dominate. It's like, no. You got to stick it to your kids. You got to teach them right from wrong, it's God, man, woman, children. We got to teach women. They're not listening. They want the power over us. They want to compete with us, even though they can't. They're just not built like us. Their bones aren't built like ours. Their muscle growth ain't like ours. Their brains aren't like ours. They're not wired logical. They're very emotional. And they need our strength. But they're trying to bring us down to put themselves up. And it's like, why are you doing that? You guys are the one ruining this world. You guys are the one making men less. But real men could never be less. Real men stick to their guns. They don't fall into this feminist stuff. There's a lot of brainwashing going on today, and to be honest, there's so much of it that as a man, if you can really stay on point, it's harder than you think it is, but if you can do this and you can stick it through, you should be proud of yourself. It is not easy being a man today whatsoever. Whatsoever, bro. It's more challenging than ever before. By a landslide. Just by the way things are today. It's incredibly difficult. So if you can stick to being exactly who God made you to be, and you don't fall into nothing, and you come out on top, every now and then, bro, you can fall down. You just got to make sure you get back up again. and continue to be your best self and your strongest self and not let these women do what they're doing to a lot of men today. Because anybody can be brainwashed. You just got to stay on point. You cannot veer off from the truth. You cannot veer off from logic. You can't let a woman get in your head. You got to be exactly who the f you are. And you got to stick to your guns. If you can do this, you will come out on top. I promise you that. God willing, God bless. We'll see y'all at the top.